The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
Yep. Not going to intro your episode, Cameron.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
This time on Nude Clan.
This
Why
time
we
on
both
Nude
looked
Clan.
at you.
Oh, I was only looking at
But he was only
twice,
looking at me.
so I didn't see your
he
gaze.
didn't know you were looking at him, too.
Should have worn the headphones, too. This time on Nude Clan, Johnsonville.
The Bronx.
I was just thinking about City of Kids.
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan. This is Cameron.
Caleb Schweitz.
And Caleb Gregg.
And we also have a guest here today, Larsen,
Hey, everyone.
who is doing our
Our
DMing.
local DM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're back for another game.
Do you prefer DM or GM?
Preferably GM, actually,
Okay.
but I don't mind. It's
Yeah,
all the
what are
same.
your pronouns?
He, him, there, it, now? I don't know. He, him? Is that really a question?
I, thy. No. That is kind of your D&D pronoun, though. If you want to be.
Yeah, so
What the fuck is what's JM?
a GM.
GM.
So there's a DM, which is a dungeon master, and then a GM, which is a game master. So I prefer game master just because I don't run a lot of dungeon crawls, but...
Game Master, yeah. Because there's more than just Dungeons and Dragons out there to play.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot of ass played.
Yep. There's a lot of ass play out there.
Yeah. All right. Glad we cleared that up. I didn't know what the hell the difference was. But today we're going to be going on a campaign, and it's titled Johnsonville. So I'm excited to see what that's about. Hopefully we got some quality meats. I've been thinking about those.
Quality meats.
Yeah, I've been thinking about those Johnsonville brats. I really haven't. I don't actually know what they taste like, but I do like brats, so I could just pretend that
The
they
big
taste
buy
like.
of brats.
I imagine they
Oh,
taste
are they
like
really?
brats.
I don't know.
Oh,
Now I want J-Dogs.
yeah. We should just go there instead of doing this.
J-Dogs?
We could
Yeah.
just play there.
That would be pretty sweet. Oh, man, we could do that, actually. Just take the Zoom.
Would Jay mind, Craig?
I don't think he'd be
doubt
there.
He's there, yeah.
He doesn't work.
Yeah.
He has children work for him. They're small hands.
Well, that's what
Right.
happens when
Cutting
you're a
up
business owner.
dogs. Yeah. I've seen him in there like once, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have. And I was like, that guy's such a dick. That's the one thing I said. I was like, I remember that one time you were an asshole. And that's just how I think you are all the time now. That's probably unfair. That's how it is. But hot dog chains aside, what have you guys been playing this week?
For me, just a little bit of Witcher 3 on Sunday, and then some Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, played that a little bit.
How is that? Are we gonna? Should we just drop everything and do a review of that?
I mean, I thought we were going to do it anyway. It's like outside of the many games that we're about to play.
Why would you think we would do it outside of that?
Because we have a fuckload of games to play right now.
No, I know.
Especially you two.
I know, but why would we do that in addition to that? Because that's what it sounded like you said. It sounded like you're like, oh, we should play and review Red Dead outside of all of your other mini tasks that you have ahead of you.
We're playing it anyway.
I'm not fucking playing it at all, Caleb.
Well, yeah, you haven't downloaded it.
Because I've got to play The Witcher, so I can't play Red Dead.
Yeah, so you better play that Witcher.
Yeah.
I probably won't even pick up Red Dead until Black Friday sales come around.
You haven't bought it yet?
Nope, haven't purchased it yet.
What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
I've already purchased 2 full-price games this month.
What 2 games?
Pre-ordered that Fallout 76.
You pre-ordered Fallout, but not Red Dead?
Yep, sure did.
What the fuck, dude?
And then
What the fuck is wrong with
I
you?
purchased Soul Calibur 6
Did you get the
for
helmet?
full price. No, I didn't get because
What the fuck's the point of buying that game if you don't get the helmet?
That was I think it was close to $200 for that special collector's edition that came with the helmet, but those were snatched up within fucking hours of it being announced and then being resold for $300+ on eBay.
That's the only reason to buy that game.
Oh man, I know. If I can find a helmet, I will purchase it. I will own that helmet.
Do you think it's going to be a good game?
I think it'll be a good game. I don't think it'll be a great game.
I think it sounds like Rust.
I think it'll be a poor man's Fallout 4.
I think
A
it'll be
poor
a rich
man's Fallout 4.
a rich
Dude,
man's
they
Rust.
took out a lot of Fallout 4 stuff, and we're just like, we're gonna make a multiplayer game out of this.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all Fallout 76 is. It's
It's
just
just,
Fallout 4's multiplayer.
And then, so listening to some of the news about Fallout 76, how they're adding a bounty, I guess, for players who are getting out of hand and just trolling people all the time.
Yeah.
They're gonna put a bounty on
For
them
the
for other people
grievers?
for people to hunt them down. I'm like, you know what? They just gave me a scoreboard.
I mean, there's that.
How
yeah,
big my
you could
bounty's
totally
gonna be.
turn that against people and just like have swarms of people just like report somebody just to get them to be like on a bounty.
Yeah, it's like a mob
Yeah.
rules.
They wouldn't even have to do anything. You could just report them for being a dick.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous.
I
Yep.
can't believe it.
broken
I
system.
can't believe you pre-ordered that and not Red Dead Redemption 2, Cameron.
Yep.
I'm like,
I was asking Craig how similar this Red Dead Redemption 2 is to the first one. He said, kind of, but not really.
What?
The similarities between the two games.
Oh yeah, it kind of feels like the old one a little bit with the dead eye, and then it has like basically the same control scheme for a lot of the movements and stuff. But like there's a lot of changes that they've made.
Have you decided whether they're good changes?
I can't say yet.
Is this game just sticking on you like all games do?
Well, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like I enjoy parts of it, but then there are other parts that really just get on my nerves.
Is that
Caleb,
so?
you're so joyless in your life.
Yeah, you did this to me, just so you know.
How did I do this to you?
All those fucking games, dude. All those fucking terrible, terrible games.
I
Another
didn't
one of
nominate-
which we have to review next week.
I didn't nominate any of these. It was Cameron.
Caleb
You
Craig.
did.
Which one did I not? Oh,
Parasite Eve
2.
2, the worst one, probably, of the ones that we've played.
Even worse than Bounty Hunter?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That game was unplayable.
It was playable. It's just not fun at all. And the controls and the camera angles.
Dude, the invisible ninjas make that game unplayable. Those ninjas and then the fucking bugs that you can't see because they're off camera that will kill you instantly.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember those.
that's unplayable.
You just have to get good at guessing where things are when you can't actually see or know where they're at.
No, it's fucking stupid.
And you just can't think about the controls. If you think about the controls, you're going to back up into the ninja and he's going to chokehold you and, like, grab you by the pussy while he's, like, choking you out. Which is, I swear to God, it's like rape ninjas in that game because they come up behind you and they, like, hold you to them and then you're, like, taking damage and then they let you go and then they turn invisible again. I'm like, fuck. And then you can't remember, like, okay, like, and it's tank controls, but the camera is facing you. Or no, you're looking at them as they're looking at you, and you're trying to go forward, but if you go, it's fucked. It's such a bad camera angle, and there's invisible ninjas.
It's
and
terrible camera and the tank controls, and it's just awful in
All right.
every aspect of the game.
So I did that one to you, but that's it. I didn't do Alice. I didn't do
It's true. Cam's done most of
Bounty Hunter.
All I did was nominate it and actually vote for
Who
it.
who did Armored Core? Was that Cameron too?
it. Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was
Cam, but I
me.
didn't play that.
Yeah, I did Armored Core. I did Bounty Hunter.
New Nightmare was
Oh yeah, there's a new
Who
Nightmare
chose that,
too.
or was that just a 4-person or a 4-game?
I don't remember playing New
entry?
Nightmare.
Oh, you didn't play it.
I think you chose that. I think you nominated that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, so I've hurt you a couple times.
twice.
Well, that one was, yeah, that one
Two
was
of the
good.
4 times that I've been fucked.
Well, and one of them was a softcore fucking, I feel.
Softcore, which one?
Alice.
No.
It's a softcore fuck.
No.
It really is. You just have
No.
to take your time.
No.
You just have to kill everything in front of you.
You have no idea.
I played it in 2 days' time. I have an idea. I
No,
went through the game.
You don't.
Started
You don't have an idea.
So the tables have turned, Greg. Sounds like it wasn't that bad all along.
Oh, no. It was.
Or is it just the glitch hunter?
I had an innumerable amount of glitches that Schweiss did not
5
encounter.
plus. Greg's innumerable.
Fuck you.
Can't count past one hand,
Yeah, after that it gets fuzzy.
especially
Well-
on his left side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it gets fuzzy. Your right hand is fine.
Game, what have you been playing?
So played mostly Witcher this week, and then yesterday I played
Like 20 different games in one day?
Battlefield 1 just to get back into it. Actually did quite decently. It was fun to go back for a little bit. Good break. Played some Destiny as well, and a little bit of Witcher. That's all I played yesterday.
Okay.
So
All right. I did Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles My Life as a Dark Lord. And I also did Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time this week. And I played a few minutes of The Witcher. And
how far into it are you now?
I downloaded Red Dead. Not very far at all in The Witcher. Like, basically at the very beginning.
I don't
Did
think
you pass
he's
the
gotten
tutorial
to
area?
I don't think he's gotten to the Griffin yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm searching for hints about the Griffin.
Okay. Okay.
So, extremely early.
Yes.
It seems cool. I'm not very good at it. The wolves were very damaging.
So yeah, in this game, dodging is your friend, and only going into attack
Quen
when
sign.
you have the Quen sign up.
Used Quinn like
So
all the time.
my method so far has been attack twice, dodge, attack twice, dodge, attack twice, dodge, and that's been keeping me going for a while.
That seems fun.
Yeah, but wait until you have better armor and more health, then you can tank a little more.
All right. I like the game so far, but I wish I could be playing something else. I mean, I only played that for like an hour though, so I can't really say that in earnest. But
I've already had some graphics glitches and some sound glitches, but no game-breaking glitches thus far.
well, that's good. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think I touched anything else. I downloaded Red Dead 2. I was going to play a little bit of it today, but then I came down and
You left Black Ops 3 on all day yesterday.
yeah, Jace was playing it.
Oh, okay.
He's slowly making his way through the campaign. Like, extremely slowly. I don't know if that's appropriate for him to be playing that, but
No, probably not.
but he always comes up and he asks me how to, like, get guns off of the fucking vehicles and stuff. And I was like, I can't get that, buddy. You can't use that Gatling gun right there. It's just part of the truck. Oh, it was really funny, too. He came up the other day, like 3 days ago, and he was like, can I play DOOM? And I was like, no. You can't play Doom. That's a little much. It's like the most violent game of all time.
Against demons from hell, though. Black Ops 3, he's shooting actual people.
That's true, yeah. I mean, they are bad guys, though.
Make a proper Christian out of him.
Yeah.
Destroy those demons from hell.
That's right. Well, I mean, if he's fighting, like, you know, Arabs, I guess he would be a proper Christian, too. I don't know who the enemies are in Black Ops 3. I haven't played it for more than, like, 30 seconds.
I remember playing it at the beginning of this year or some other year.
Yeah, it was like, well, let's see.
Some would
Check
argue
your
that
list.
entering into a holy war would be very, like, OG Christian. You'd be like the FLDS of Christianity. You're just going on your crusades.
You know, only we
It was last year.
get that.
No, I know. Everyone does that.
All right.
There is no we here.
Did you play any games yourself, Larson?
Yeah. What have you been doing?
Pokemon Fire Red, Ruby,
Nice.
on my emulator. Love that. And a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. What's the one with the zombies where you get to dress up as JFK? And
It's the first Black Ops.
the first Black Ops?
I think, yeah.
On Xbox 360. Love it.
Nice. It's a pretty fun one. I don't remember being able to dress up as JFK, but I know you can play as him.
As
one of the
in
things.
zombies, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
Black Ops then.
Yeah. So
It's a good
Doing
one.
that.
They added that map to Black Ops 4, I guess, but you don't play as Kennedy and Fidel and all those guys. You play as like Richtofen and
Oh.
those guys.
Yeah.
the
Which is
original-
dumb because I wanted to play as Kennedy and Fidel.
Isn't there? Was fucking? They should have one with God. What's his face? The super corrupt guy that came after
Nixon?
Kennedy. Yeah,
Nixon?
Nixon. It wasn't Nixon in that one.
He was.
No, I don't think so.
He's part of the original four. So the original four is JFK, Fidel Castro, Nixon, and I wanna say
Secretaries.
McKinnon. Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Was it
Secretary of
Nixon?
State.
Oh.
I think Nixon is in there. Yeah, I remember him.
it's-
Like,
I
was-
forgot that. I only remember Kennedy and Fidel.
Yeah, I swear to God, I
I
played
do
his-
remember Nixon's voice. now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that intro scene where it's just like, there's zombies attacking the White House. We got to get out of here. And then
Yeah.
JFK's just like, strap up, everyone. Let's kick some zombie ass.
They should do like the media.
I remember now.
They should do a media version where it's like you're just Nixon and you're trying to like take down like Washington Post and shit. They're everywhere, uncovering my secrets. I don't want any of them here. I don't want any reporters here ever. You're not welcome in this house. And like you're just holding off the White House against like fucking reporters with like boomsticks and shit. And they two-shot you just like the zombies.
Your
That would be
co-op
sweet.
partner is Trump.
Yeah, we're gonna take him out. I think that'd be pretty fucking sweet. That should be the next zombies map.
Sounds
War
like
on media.
you should flesh the idea out in like a Flash game first and see how that goes.
Yeah, see how it works. So I mean, the JFK assassination Flash game was a pretty big deal. So I can't imagine this one would be any different.
Did you know there is a game that you can actually play to relive the JFK assassination with you as the assassin?
I did not.
And you're trying to do the magic bullet thing. It's really hard. It's a very difficult game when you like actually play it instead of just shooting everybody, which is also pretty fun.
Was this game just supposed to be a big demonstration of the magic bullet theory, or just the idea of just one shooter being bullcrap or something like that?
No, I think it was. I think it was probably making fun of the magic bullet because it's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I think you could do it in the game. I was never able to bounce it off of the knee or whatever their explanation was. Like it went through him, like off the one guy's knee, and then like pelted the dude next to him. Something like that. Some like really complex, insane theory. But yeah, it was a tough game. It's like a Dark Souls of shooters, you know.
Is it just really just one moment in the whole game, or is there anything else to the game?
Oh, you just wait for the motorcade to pull up, and then
You just try and try again.
yeah. But what I usually did is I would blast everybody that I could, and then like everyone starts speeding up and hauling ass, and so I just like try to take out as many people. And you play it for like 5 minutes, and then you're done forever. But
Yeah, sounds.
But
like
if that happened, I mean, I can't imagine a really nice, smooth zombie port with Nixon, Trump, 2040. I don't know.
Do they resurrect Nixon in this game? So
Yeah,
or is
yeah.
he a zombie? He's the leader of the zombies in this game.
I don't know. I don't know if that would work though. If it's going to be like the zombies are the media. I don't know if it would work as well if Nixon was like an enemy. You'd have to have like, I don't know who would be the main leader of the zombies. Fucking
Whoever Meryl Streep played in that Washington Post movie with Tom Hanks.
yeah, probably her and Tom Hanks.
Some Meryl Streep and
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks versus Donald Trump.
Name of your first porno? No, he missed it.
No. No. Too
All
much.
right, so nobody beat a game.
Oh, no, we didn't ask. The question is, though, did anyone beat a game?
The following program is hosted
Jesus.
by immature,
That's the wrong clip there,
Schweiz.
What
Schweiz.
clip is it? Oh, I was a pre-roll. Oh, fuck, sorry. Anybody beat a game this week? I was wondering why I wasn't able to hear it, because the boar cry is extremely loud. Did you guys beat anything?
No.
No.
I did.
No.
I beat Crystal Chronicles, Echoes of Time. So Craig and I are tied at 30 games this year. Cameron is in second place. Well, third place, I guess, with 12. So you can still catch up, Cameron. I think it's still possible.
I could. Yeah.
If you do 2 games
Let's go
a week
ham.
for the rest of the year, you could do that.
It's very possible.
Let's get the nomination out of the way first. So instead of having an episode with Joe, because Joe's not on the show anymore, we haven't really remade the calendar yet, and so we're thinking of just putting indie games in as replacements for Joe's absence. And this week we're going to do our first indie game poll, and I am going to select the game Claire. Pretty sure that's an indie game. It looks
Claire?
Yeah, it looks cheap. So, and it's one of the free ones I got on PlayStation Network. And I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm curious what it is.
Is that with an E at the end?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Curious to see what it is. I already played Gone Home, so can't do that one. But yeah, we'll go with that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I was gonna do Cuphead, but Cameron forbade it. So
Well, he doesn't really have a way to play it.
you could
so-
use your Xbox. It's probably just a dust collector.
No, I play it sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
What, like once a fucking blue moon?
Maybe.
Is that too often to chance letting Cameron use it for a couple weeks?
That's right.
Oh, I might
Especially
wanna
if
play.
he has to play Cuphead, too.
Yeah.
That's true, I guess. Yeah, because your computer's a piece of shit. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Claire for me. We should have the extended cut on PS4 as one of the free games, but if not, it's like $3.
I believe
right
I have
now.
it. Yeah.
I'm going to nominate Bastion.
Sweet. It's a good game.
All right, it's Claire, Bastion. What do you got, Craig?
I'll do Moonlighter.
Moonlighter. Didn't you already play that?
I did, but I need you guys to play it.
All right, well, Claire, Bastion, and Moonlighter.
So wait, that's 2 of the games here that Craig's already played.
Yep.
So he has a good chance of not having to fucking do a thing.
That's fucking right.
Damn it.
I don't know if I like that, Craig.
Oh, well, it's already tweeted out.
Tweets can be deleted.
Nah.
Tweets can be deleted, Craig.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah, get online, get on there and vote. It's Twitter. It's our Twitter for the podcast. It's at Nude Clan Podcast. You can vote for whichever game you either want us to play or which one you like the most. I have a feeling Bastion's probably going to win, but I don't know.
Moonlighter, I've heard a lot of stuff about.
Moonlighter's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so I
I
guess
haven't heard
we-
anything about Claire.
Yeah. Wait, is that a horror game?
I think so.
I feel like it's a horror game.
That'd be cool, actually. I might go vote for that. I want to play a good horror game.
It's
I
not
don't know if it's a
necessarily
good horror game, but I think it is a horror game.
Easy now with the good part. But yeah, so go online, go vote, see what we're going to play next. And I think we're going to skip the question this time and just dive right in on the Dungeons and Dragons. So
Yep.
I'll let Larsen take it away.
Hey, thanks. So just kind of a short recap from our game last time, which is about 5 or 6 weeks ago. There's just a couple of things that I'd forgotten in the interim, so apologize if there's not a lot of continuity. The general storyline will remain the same, but there might be some things for continuity's sakes that aren't. But got a great game today. And so, recap, our 3 players are in a bandit camp, just kind of out in the northern Badlands, and are getting introduced. They were hired by Meryl Kretschler, to assassinate a troll chieftain peace talker. They successfully assassinated I almost called him. What do we call him? Jutang is his name.
Jutang,
but-
yeah.
Wu-Tang.
No, but you guys kept calling him.
Can't call him
something
Wu-Tang.
nasty. And so successfully assassinated him. Planted some evidence that it would be the Trudeau guards that had done the assassination.
The Canadians.
And
That's right. It's all coming back, yeah.
yeah. And so after
It
the
was Jutang.
assassination, they
It's Wu-Tang because Wu-Tang's the name of a rapper.
it's the name of a rap group, the Wu-Tang Gang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Isn't it Wu-Tang Clan?
a Wu-Tang
Yeah.
Clan. That's right.
Wu-Tang Gang has got a nice ring to it. That does.
So after the assassination, you guys met up with Meryl at this bandit camp, and that's going to be where we pick up inside of the bandit camp with Meryl inside of a tent. But really quick, just so I have all the players' names, and let's introduce them again to the audience.
I am playing a Paladin of Conquest. My name is Dread.
Who is a dragonborn?
He was a Dragonborn.
Schweiss?
I forgot. I'm going to pull it up, though. I got my character sheet on here.
It's Advar, the lizard focus.
Advar, that's right, yeah. Lizard. That's me. Greg's a lizard, too, aren't you?
No,
Or
I'm
were
the
you
only
the-
one who's not a lizard.
Oh, that's right,
I'm
Cameron
the
and I are
orc
lizards.
barbarian Molag.
Molag.
Nice.
Who I think I accidentally started calling Morag, like 50% of the last game.
I don't think
Molag.
Molag cares, as long as you're not a lizard.
So, inside of a tent, inside of this bandit camp, the three of you are sitting on some chairs. There's some food here, eating, and there's fire going. The tent is open for smoke ventilation. And in front of you is standing Meryl Crutchler, who has hired you to assassinate Jutang, the troll chieftain. And he has paid you each 150 gold for that assassination. And to complete the contract, he's now pairing you up with a group of bandits to go and attack certain settlements on the outliers of the Trudeau frontier. Well, what do you think?
We could do this. I mean, we killed the one guy, so I don't see why this should be a problem.
How much gold will you pay this time?
Once Johnsonville is burned to the ground, I'll give each of you 300 gold.
Sounds like good deal to me.
Even easier than the last thing we did.
Yeah, this time we have to kill the people though. We can't not possibly not kill them.
Yes.
I remember it was a little brutal at the end of the last mission, and you guys were kind of freaked out. But
The parameters at FAR are extreme prejudice. No survivors.
I like this. I mean, lizards. As long as I got a nice hot rock to lay on afterwards, I'll kill everything.
Well, excellent.
That's what I'm buying with my 300 gold. A big old stone to sit right on top of that mountain.
One of those sun lamps, one of those fake rocks, and
Yeah.
Some
Just
magically heated rock.
Yeah.
a glass box for you to sit into.
That's all
Endless
you.
supply of
Someone to
like,
drop a
crickets.
Someone to drop a grub every now and then.
Yeah.
That's the life.
They just feed grub to me like you would grapes. This is heaven.
Standing up, Meryl starts moving out towards it. He's like, let me go grab Cobb. He's the leader of this bandit group, and he'll give you your instructions on what needs to be done. So Meryl walks away into the darkness, and after a few minutes, a tall, short-haired, blonde man, probably in his mid-40s, early 50s, comes up into the tent where you guys are all sitting, and with a bit of a gruff voice, just kind of says, "Now, you're the ones Meryl has paired us up with for this."
That is correct. We are the ones to pillage village.
Yeah, we're gonna extreme prejudice. He said we kill. We join you in killing.
Now, I understand Merrill's used you before.
Used is an interesting way to put it, but yes, we have done work for Merrill, and we did that with extreme prejudice as well.
We killed the troll chieftain, yes.
The most prejudiced one here, of course, is this asshole across from me, but it'll benefit us all in the end.
It will.
He hates everyone, so
I do.
It works.
Good. As long as you're here to kill, burn, and pillage, we'll get along just fine. But I need to know that you'll fall in line and follow orders if needs be. Is that a problem?
No.
No, yeah, it's great. We can follow orders. We're at least, we
Very
at
good.
least have a +1 modifier on intelligence, so we can comprehend the orders. We're good at killing.
Out of game. Atvar's pretty freaking smart.
Oh,
If you remember, his intelligence is a 15.
okay. One of us
So-
is an idiot, though.
Well,
Is it
his,
Cameron?
yeah,
Oh, it's
Cameron.
Cameron.
It's Cam, and then me.
have a -1 modifier on intelligence.
Yeah,
So
but
do I.
Atvar's like not genius level intelligence, but I mean his IQ's over 100. Would be.
But can his intelligence outmatch my charisma? Tonight,
the
America
ultimate-
will find out.
That's the yeah. Tonight on the debates. The answer is no.
Lizard versus lizard.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good. Cheeto v. Lizard.
All right. Now, what I need from each of you is to prepare over the next day or so. The camp pretty much has anything you need, but 2 days' time, we are going to make our attack. So, get ready and strap up. You can use this tent in the meantime, and if you have any questions, keep them to yourself.
No. My character, when he said, if you had any questions, raise my hand, and then keep them to yourself. And I'd slowly lowered my hand.
Yeah.
So at this time, Cobb just kind of like looks at you, each dead eye. Cobb, very hard-looking man, dead eyes, no emotion. Every single facial expression doesn't touch his eyes. He's just a hard, cold fuck. So at this point, he just walks out of the tent and leaves you guys to your own devices. So inside the bandit camp, as you guys kind of walk through, it probably has 100, 150 bandits here. Just set up throughout. There's different mess wagons for food. There's nothing that really necessarily indicates like any kind of weapons, but just weapons just kind of scattered throughout.
Okay.
It looks like a fairly disorganized bandit camp. Like if you ever played Fable, something like that.
Nice. What are the chances of getting full plate here?
Yeah, not likely.
How about just an apothecary tent for us to buy healing items? That's what I was going to ask that guy.
I mean, do you want to ask around just a bunch of
Yeah.
bandits? And
Yeah.
all right. So we want to make an investigation check.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let's see if I have a modifier on
Your
anything like
glasses
that.
betrayed you.
What modifier would you want me to add?
Investigation. No, that's right. Go back. It is underneath.
No, so 4.
Okay. So as you walk around, you see a fairly attractive woman dressed in loose leathers and loose leather armor. She's fully dressed, but wearing loose leather armor.
Could she be a loose wearing?
I mean,
wait, no.
You can try that
Okay.
later on your turn, but let's go through Cameron right now.
Try it.
Hello, I was wondering, is there any apothecary tents close by?
She just kind of looks up at you and then just turns and walks away.
Did you want me to follow?
She just looks back.
I'm going to hesitantly start taking steps in her direction.
She walks up to you and says, "If you follow me, I'll fucking kill you. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't think I exist. Fuck you. Get out of here." At that
Listen.
point, so she turns around and she walks away. And at that point, kind of from behind one of the tents, you hear this soft whistle, and this guy comes out kind of smiling. Looks young, early 20s, and he's like, yeah, sorry about Dread. She's a super bitch.
Wait, her name Dread?
Yeah.
That is my name.
Her real name's Deirdred, but we just call her Dread.
No, there cannot be two Dread in this camp.
Well,
Okay, for the sake of story moving forward, I will not chase after her.
all right. She'll tear you 2 new assholes and then shove your head up one of them.
Okay, well, since I have a -1 modifier, I will still fight. Because, yeah.
My name's Jack. What did you need?
Do you have the apothecary tent close by for healing items?
Yeah, no. What the fuck do you need?
Just healing potions for a journey that we make.
Yeah, we don't really know who you are, and those kinds of things are hard to come by in this kind of a camp, so good luck finding one.
Meryl sent us on special task.
Great.
Can I try to persuade him to tell me where healing items are?
Make a persuasion check.
We really need these for our special task. Oh, natural 20.
Well, there I go. Yeah, like I can take you to Pierce, but yeah, I'll take you to Pierce.
All right. Perfect. Let's
So-
go find out what we have, because we have 0 healing items on us, and that really fucked me over last time.
So, Jack just kind of like gestures you, and he kind of has like this wry grin. Are you guys with him right now as well?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
following. Us lizard folk stay.
So you're all
together.
going together.
I am no lizard.
Yeah, you are.
I am dragon folk.
So
Giant lizard, you fuck.
moving forward, you guys follow Jack through the camp, and he takes you to a tent that's black. And on the outside of this black tent, there are runic red writings and symbols on it. And Jack just kind of takes one of the tent flaps and opens it up and says, "Hey, Pierce, this guy really wants to talk to you." So,
So I'm going to step inside the tent.
okay, make a perception check. All 3 of you will make a perception check.
19.
6.
Okay. So you 2 walk into the tent, both you guys sub 10. It smells like shit. Like terrible, terrible iron smell of blood. You smell feces. It's just this terrible, shitty smell. Okay. Morag, when you step into the tent, you kind of get a quick glance around. You actually see disembodied heads of animals just like hanging around the sides of this tent. It looks like a witch doctor's hut from like a voodoo hell's nightmare, as well as you see a bald man with a black stripe across his face, and then he has modifiers of these bone gauges that are put through the sides of his chin, and he just looks up with these dead eyes and goes, "What do you need?"
We're looking for healing items to take on journey. Do you have any such healing potions?
Oh, no.
Do you have anything that we can take for healing?
No.
All right, then.
What I do have is some sharp root. If you would take some sharp root.
What does sharp root do for me?
Make an nature check. If you guys want to join on this, you can as well.
I'll take a hit off your sharp root.
The red one, if you want to use the room for 20.
All right.
What is the modifier in that one?
What
In nature.
nature?
Over.
Swipe right twice.
Over, yeah.
Right there. It will be under wisdom.
So I got a 9 on that.
I got an 8.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So you know that sharp root because your history of an assassin. Sharp root is a stimulant. Think of a stim pack from the StarCraft games. You take it. It actually takes your hit points away, but you get advantage on things because it just is like a caffeinated stimulant almost. Think about it as like a 2-turn advantage on attack rolls for -2 hit points. So.
All right, how much?
Well, I can part with this for... do you have a ram's head?
I'm a little shy on Ram's Head right now. To be completely honest with you, I just barely had one, and I had to spend it. There was this beautiful rock that I bought. You wouldn't believe the quality of this rock, and I'm going to get a lamp for it later too. And that's where my last Ram's Head went. And you know what? They didn't. It was a big Ram's Head, but they gave me back 3 lizard's head for change. Like I didn't even get a smaller Ram's Head back, so it's I'm shy. All right, no Ram's Head. The answer is no.
Okay. Well,
I got gold. I mean, you could buy the Ram's head. You could even buy the ram, probably, and just take its head.
what is... Gold is nothing to me. I am a servant of death.
Yeah, I like that. Death is good. Killed this orc nice and dead, and he was a peaceful man. I killed his ass.
Do you have that orc's head?
You know what? I left that behind. It was sort of important that he was recognizable.
But we do have other orc here for you, too.
Yeah.
You can fuck
You
off,
can
lizard.
have this guy's head. He's not using it, clearly.
If you want to trade gold, I don't know, 2 pieces of gold for some spice root.
Yeah, that sounds fair. I could do 2. I can do 2 pieces.
All right. So you get this little white root. It's fairly solid for 2 gold. So you have 1 spice root.
Oh, you guys can get your own. This is my
Yeah,
stash.
I ain't getting none.
Can I get a little bag
I
for this
will-
too? I don't. I just stick it in my boot. I don't want to get caught with this shit again.
What the fuck is a bag?
You want it to be powdered?
Right.
I'm going to... can I purchase 2 spice root?
Do you have anything that's dead?
No. I have gold.
Fuck, fine, sure.
Okay.
Here's 1.
Thank you. And in my mind, I still think it's a healing item, so just so you know.
You just see this transpiring of some exchange. You're like, I'll get on this. This will heal me.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys want a little bit of that Johnsonville experience? We're going there tonight. You gonna buy some, Craig?
No, I'm good.
All
Or,
right, perfect. So what would you guys like to do after this? Anything that you guys want to do or talk to anyone in this camp?
Nothing in particular. Do you guys... I have all I need. I have weapon. I have armor. Do you guys want anything else?
Are there better weapons here than what we have?
No, probably not.
Okay, then I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I got my 3 weapons.
Okay. So over the next couple, so that night you guys kind of go back to your tent, hang out. The next day comes and kind of goes. That evening, Cobb calls you to kind of like a main tent where you run into the same 3 bandits that you guys have already met: Jack, Deodred, and Pierce, as well as Cobb. They're all sitting there around a map. So this map is here. I need you guys to be able to see this map.
All right.
So, Cobb looks up at you and says, "Now, this is the city of Johnsonville. We're going to come at it from 2 different angles. We're going to have one group come down here following the riverbed and burn this bridge. And then the other group coming in from the west, just to funnel everyone towards the river. We're going to burn, kill, everything. Extreme prejudice. So, this town has no defenses to speak of other than 1 guard post, and that's a thick stone-walled building, but we don't really have to worry about that. The key and the first phase of this plan is to take out the watchtowers that are up in the foothills. There's 3 of them. I'm going to send you 3 with my best, Deodred, Jack, and Pierce, to go take out that one of these guard towers. Once you do that, we're going to meet off to the northeast of this here map, and they'll be able to guide you. And from there, we're going to ambush a work party. The people of Johnsonville, they run a lumber mill. What this mill does is they chop the wood, funnel it through the mill, and then they push it down the river for the Trudeau properties. We're going to stop that. So most of the men are away cutting the wood, and so we'll kill them first after the watchtowers. That's phase 2. Phase 1, take out the guard post. Phase 2, take out the work group. Phase 3, attack the city. Phase 4, burn it.
Can we add a phase 5 where I kind of feel like this place needs like some sort of meat factory? You know what? Never mind. I'll pursue that on my own.
Okay,
4 phases is great. It sounds perfect.
good. So the catch is the watchtowers are about 4 hours walk from the city. They check in every 3 hours. So once we take out the watchtowers, we have to book it to the camp where the workmen are working, kill all of them, and then book it to the city and get there within 3 hours before the watches miss their check.
All right, 3-hour window to take out the work party and the tower before the tower is supposed to check in.
Correct.
So we got to wipe these guys real quick, and it's a long walk.
So
All
you don't
right.
need to book it. My guys are ready. Are you?
Are we splitting up for this?
No, I think we're going with one group. We should all stay together. We're going to go with
wait,
the...
are there 3 groups each attacking one of the guard posts?
Yeah, 2 of those groups are my guys.
Okay.
You guys are going to go with my trusted because I don't trust you.
All right, that works.
So we're going to have 2 dreads. Okay. I think this is only going to be confusing because of this guy. So we could do it. Let's just... We're good. We're good.
Daedra kind of leans in and says, "Don't worry about me. Don't think about me, or I'll fucking kill you."
Yeah, I'm thinking about you right now. Tongue slithers out of between lizard lips, tasting the air. Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. That's some good shit. All right, I'm ready.
All right. So that evening kind of transpires, and as you guys are sleeping, Jack comes and kind of kicks you guys awake 2 in the morning ish, 2 a.m. and shakes you guys out of bed and says, "Hey, let's start going, guys."
All right, let's do this.
So,
Let's go. Let's go kill.
as you guys leave the bandit camp, this is a camp on the move right now. Everyone's packing up. Everyone's getting ready to move out. 150 some odd individuals are getting ready, packing up, getting ready for the long haul. Big operation. So, as you guys get ready, Jack, Pierce, and Daedra just start kind of trooping off. They kind of go at a quick pace, a quick jog. Can I get everyone to do an athletics check for me?
I didn't stretch this morning.
Oh, that's fucking bad.
Mine's 22. So
Wait, so what the
Extremely
modifier is what
limber.
we have here?
yeah, it's just whatever
switch back
athletics.
Okay, so I got like 11.
That's the same as what I got.
Sweet. So you guys can keep up. You're not, it's rough terrain, a little bit harder for you. Atvar is able to move through it pretty easily and keep up with your group. As far as Daedra, Jack, and Pierce go, they have no issues kind of keeping this pace. They're used to traversing this terrain for long expedited states of time. So shortly before sunrise, it's gray pre-dawn. You guys come to a rise, kind of a rough terrain of boulders. As they start moving through this terrain, it's fairly well versed for all of them. But can I make you guys get a dexterity check just to moving through these boulders? You're bouldering through this area.
21.
It's mountainous terrain, so you can get through it pretty easy. You're used to it.
8.
Okay.
4.
So, you guys, a little bit more difficult for you. The rest of the group kind of passes up and gets up ahead of you, and
Fucking lizards.
We're stopping to rest on the rocks. Is what it is. We're like, oh yeah, this one's toasty. Oh, God.
Okay, guys, I have to wait for my blood to warm up real fast.
Yeah. So, as you guys keep moving through, the rest of the group gets ahead of you guys, but you guys don't fall behind way too much. And the group kind of climbs up to this rise and gets onto this little overhang hanging above. Jack just kind of like... So Jack, Mulrag, Pierce, and Daedred are up on this rise up at the top of this cliff bouldering area. And they're able to look down, and as you guys catch up, Jack just kind of points down, and you see this wooden fenced area with a little bit of a fire step on it, and it looks just like basically a base box of maybe 10.5 foot lumber, and there's a reflective mirror that is there, as well as a large fire for an emergency fire if they need to signal the city of some kind of warning. And can I get a perception check from everyone?
I need to stop using this dice. Where'd my... Okay.
7.
12.
I got a 4 again.
You're facing the wrong way. Look back, and you're just back on a rock again. Like, God damn it.
That D20 rolled 4 2 times in a row, so I'm not using that one.
Pierce curses and turns to Daedred. There's 3 guards there. There's only supposed to be 2. And she just kind of turns back to him and just like, how am I supposed to know? All right, well, this complicates things a little bit, but we'll be fine. Jack kind of steps up and is just like, how are we going to distract those guys after they make their signal? And you guys just kind of start talking through this. So how do you guys want to try to distract these guards as after they make their signal? So when the sun rises, Jack explains to you, they'll make a reflection. They'll make a signal with that mirror back to the city. The guard post in the city will send a message back, and that's how they'll initiate their transactions. We've coordinated the attack that all 3 outposts are going to get hit immediately after they have that reflection. We have about an hour until they have enough sunlight in the right angle to make that reflection back. What do you guys think we should do?
All right. I got a sweet plan here. We have all these boulders around us. I say we roll one of them down on top of these assholes. But we got to have one of us stay up here, push the boulder down, and the other 2 just got to run into their little hut, just screaming their heads off, terrifying the shit out of them. And then, of course, the experienced killers will be down there as well. So, like, the trusted individuals are going to be down there. And I'm going to roll the boulder, and I want you guys, like, 3/4 of the way down, away from the boulder, so I don't crush your fucking bodies and destroy you. And right as that thing hits, I want you guys pouring through that wall, just laying down the law. I think that'd be sweet. Gotta wait till after the reflection, of course, but once I see that thing, I'm gonna push this big bastard down the hill, and I want to see it splinter these people.
So your perception check. You guys are on a cliff. That's a straight down. The tower's a little bit removed beyond it, so you guys can overhang and look at it, but, like, if you push anything off of it, it's just going to go straight down.
That's what I get for having, like, a 6 perception.
Perfect.
So is that a
talk about
no?
this for a second. Yeah, you guys talk about that for a second.
So I have this wonderful plan. So I saw...
I don't like any plans.
I saw drawing from Inventor's book. We can make wings and fly down to tower. This will be super simple. We just need leather and the wood from over there. We will attach wings to back. I promise you. Let's go do this real fast. I'll show you. And so I'm going to run off to the woods and start chopping down a little tree. For some reason, no one hears me chopping down the tree.
All right, so we have boulder push that won't work. Clearly, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know what I was thinking before. And then we have flying lizard. I don't know about that plan. I think that's kind of.
I'm already going for it right now, guys. I'm trying to put it together the best I can remember it.
All right, Morag. What are we actually going to do here? That guy's going to break his fucking lizard neck as he careens down the mountain. And
I am from a long line of dragons. Dragons fly.
I got a javelin. We could spear him from a distance.
All right, I've got a bow. I mean, Do you want to do a volley of ranged attacks and then invade? I mean, I'm pretty good with the ranged. Better than I am with the sword. Although last time I missed almost.
Yeah, two of
every
us though
time.
are very close quarters. Hey Larson, can I do a craftsman check?
Yeah, let's call it a survival check.
A survival check.
Do a survival check first.
Okay. Oh, and the best part is Larson doesn't even know what I concocted.
Oh, I heard you.
What do you think you
14.
changed it to survival?
All right. So you're pretty dumb.
Yeah,
And so as you start because you're trying to craft these wings, right? So you
just a
can glide
glider.
over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So you're thinking, okay, I could use some cloth from my bag and just try to do it. But, I mean, you might have 4 feet of canvas between your bag to try to stretch over this glider. And it's just kind of like, what the fuck? So as you try to craft it for, an hour, you come to the thought that this might kill me. This might not be a great idea. But you're so prideful, you're just going to see it through as much as you can.
Yes.
Before you do that, though, Deodrid comes up to you and says, hey, shit for brains. Calm down. Punch me in the face.
Do you want me to?
Don't ask questions. Punch me in the fucking face.
Oh, all right. And so I'm gonna. Do you want me to roll the hit?
Make the strength check.
Okay, strength check, and I'm gonna use my guided strike.
Thank God you did.
Okay.
That hits. I mean, she's standing right there. She wants you to hit her.
Damn it. I wanted to use my my intimidating presence as I flew down towards the guard tower.
Roll a 1d4.
Okay.
And add your strength modifier to it.
Okay.
All right, that's a 3. Okay, so you do
plus my strength. Should I just do +5 modifier? Yeah.
Is that your strength?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
8 total?
Yep.
Okay. So as you just make contact with her face, you just feel it from the side swipe. Just bang her. So immediately a big red welt just starts popping up. You split her lip in 2 places. Blood starts pouring from her nose, and she just kind of like pulps her bed back, and she goes,
I am true dread.
There can be only one.
There can be only one.
She takes a couple deep breaths as the blood just kind of dribbles down a little bit, and she starts stripping off her top. And then, so in jeans, she starts
grin.
just walking off into the forest, and Jack's just like, "Oh, okay, so let's go." And so, as you guys go, do you guys follow them? So Jack and Pierce start following her into the bushes.
Yeah, I want to see what else.
So when
I
she
wanna
took
see
when
what's
she
happening.
took her top off, was it like
She's naked right now.
And I saw that.
Yeah.
Good.
Schweizer's lizard is sticking his tongue out like crazy
Yeah.
right now.
So the bruise is forming on her face, bloodied face, and so topless, she starts moving towards the guard watchtower.
Oh, I see
And
what's happening.
as you guys get down there, it probably takes you about an hour, so the blood is dried a little bit, and she's not bleeding anymore, but the sun has risen now. And so as you guys are kind of waiting in the bushes outside of it, Jack and Pierce are sitting there in the bushes kind of crouched low, and she's just kind of like leaning up against the tree, just kind of massaging her jaw a little bit. And then she looks at you, Mulrag, you're a little bit closer. She's like, hey, punch me in the face.
She want to die?
Punch me in the face.
All right. What do you want me to roll?
Make it a strength check.
Strength check. Okay. 12 plus 6, so 18.
That hits. Roll a d4, and then add your strength modifier.
So 10.
Okay, sweet. So you wind up, and take this, boom, and you hit her from the other side, and this lifts her off of her feet and just kind of throws her in the bush, and she just kind of sits there on the ground and spits up more blood on her chest as it just kind of dribbles down onto her. And she goes, one more time. And
Okay, so she
and
definitely
her face
wants
is
to
looking.
die.
Her face is looking fucked.
All right.
Very dedicated to her work.
Bitch wants
This
me to
Dread
kill her,
2.
but I'll do it. 19.
Okay. So, balling up your fist, you just boom, pump it right into her stomach, and and blood spits out of her mouth. Her face is just a mess of blood, bruises as this bruise starts forming on her. And she goes, "Thanks." Another big glob of blood just kind of comes out of her mouth. Okay. Get ready. And so as she's just standing there, she's just kind of like almost swaying a little bit, like really, really dizzy. She's taking a couple of heavy blows to the face. The light, as you guys are sitting in the bushes, the light reflects a little bit. You see the mirror catch the sunlight and makes a signal. And then Jack just kind of like looks down the valley, and there's a mirror reflection coming back. And he looks at Daedra and says, "Go." And so she just puts her arms over her chest and starts shivering and slowly starts moving forward. She drops her weapons to the ground before she breaks cover, and then just like slowly starts crying as she starts moving forward. There's a call from the towers like, "Hey, who goes there?" Like, "What is that?" And then she goes, "Help!" And her voice just cracks as she calls for help. And from the guard tower, they're like, "There's a woman in the forest." Like, there's just some murmuring within the guard towers. It's kind of hard for you guys to hear because it's a distance away. It's probably about 50, 60 feet away. As she's slowly just kind of moving forward and shivering, the door opens, and two men walk out towards her, like, kind of a little hurriedly. One's a little bit more cautious, but one's going straight towards her. There's a man on the wall, on the fire step still with a bow, and he's just kind of, like, looking in the forest, like, a little alert. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, man. I'm going to take a shot at the good guy.
No.
Shoot at the fucking
Yes.
archer.
I had this plan in my head, and I'm like, I can't say this because I'm too dumb to know this. Craig and I
too.
should rush at the two dudes who ran out to help the girl, and then you should be shooting the guy, the archer, who's watching.
I can shoot. I can take a shot at the archer. I can do that.
Okay, it's also fair to note that both Jack and Pierce have orcish longbows. So it's a very crude longbow, but requires a lot of strength to pull. Basically, think of the Uruk-hai from the first Lord of the Rings. They have orcish longbows that they brought for range as well. So if you guys need them to shoot, that's what their plan is, just to start shooting. So that's what they're readying themselves for.
All right, I'm just gonna huck my javelin at the archer guy then.
Okay. Can we get you guys all roll initiative?
Fucking beast throw.
5.
6.
Okay, let me do that really quick.
13.
Cameron, you said 13?
Yep.
Okay. Schweiss?
6.
Okay.
Oh, it's 5.
Damn. The first letter of all of your characters' names spells damn. This initiative order.
Nice.
Okay, great. And then let me roll for my guys.
And my initiative is always really low. Always.
Well, it's a mixed
Fate
blessings.
of the dice.
All right. So
It's already have a low drive, Greg. It happens.
So the first guard runs out to her and puts his he takes off his cloak and he wraps it around her and puts his arm around her and he's just like, "What are you doing out here? Like, who are you?" And she just kind of sits there and she just like leans into him and starts crying. Like, so as they kind of start slowly walking back towards it, the other guard is just kind of like looking around, just kind of like watching them, but like peering into the bushes as well. Can't really see anything. It's still early enough for the sun to catch the lamp, but there's still a lot of heavy shadow where you guys are in the bushes. And so he's watching that. There's the guy on top of the wall. So Pierce is going to take his long bow, and so he's going to pull that bow back and make a shot, and he hits the guard on the wall, and that is 5 points of damage to him. So that guard on the wall gets hit and gets thrown back into ports, making this sound, and he takes. Next up is Jack. Jack's going to fire again at the guard that's on the ground, just kind of observing. He's going to hit the other guard. And that roll is... And so he misses that guard that's watching it, and so that flies by his head. Next up is Dread.
Okay, so I'm not useful at all for range. So I'm going to charge down towards where other Dread is.
Okay. So you're just going to run forward. They're probably 30 feet in front of you right now. So you can
Is there any cover or?
No, it's open.
Okay.
So the ground for about 40 feet around the watch post or the watchtower is all cleared so that they can see if anyone's coming. And so you guys are probably about 5 feet back in the bush watching this, and then they came out and met her a little bit more than halfway, and then that one guard is moving back with her still.
Okay. Well, since we've already shot the guard up, the tower, our cover is a little bit blown, so I'm just going to charge straight towards the guard that's around Dread and make sure he sees me, I guess, to distract him as I'm charging straight towards him.
You can probably reach them.
Okay, so I'm going to charge at him.
Okay.
And punch him in the face.
Okay.
Yes.
Make an attack roll. Add your strength modifier.
My to hit. This is my strength modifier.
Yeah, it should be proficiency plus strength.
It's going to be 7.
Yeah, he just you. So as you kind of start running up to hit him, you pull back for it, and as you just kind of swing, he's like it's just kind of covers Deodred and kind of like pulls her away. And as he pulls her away, trying to save her, he moves himself out of your range, and just you miss in that moment.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to make me hit her again.
No.
Yeah,
She'd be fucking dead.
hit me. She spits out a tooth.
Okay. That was my action, so I guess, yeah.
Okay.
That's all I can do right now.
Awesome. Okay, so next up is Deodred, and so she's going to draw the guard's sword and stab him with it.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
That's a 2 plus 5. So 7. That does not hit. So she draws the sword and just tries to cover it out of him, but because he moved her, she's a little off balance, and she's just a little out there, and so she tries to stab it and just glances off of his armor.
Oh.
Okay. Next up is Atvar. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take a shot at the guard on top.
He's been knocked off the wall.
Oh, okay.
So there's the guard that's looking out towards you, and he's kind of like, what's going on, like readying himself, and then there's the guard that's covering Deodred that she just tried to stab.
I'm gonna take a shot at the guy that's looking around.
Okay.
I don't want to risk shooting her. She didn't say shoot me at all today. So, yeah. Drawing us out a little map.
Yeah. No. Okay. So, and then there's a guard somewhere inside of it. He got kicked off the firewall. Okay. So, easy to see enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot at the guy that's
This guy
right
here?
there, yeah.
Okay. So, make your attack roll. D20.
Okay.
Add your proficiency bonus and your dexterity modifier.
Yeah, it's like a 6. Yeah, it's 6.
Okay. So, what was the total?
6.
That does not hit. Okay, so you pull back, and you're still in cover, and so you're trying to shoot at a target that's a little bit moving. You're not quite sure. You want to get that headshot on him, but so as you fire, it's a little bit off, and it just kind of goes right past him. This guard is surprised, so he's not able to act on his turn in this round. And then Morag.
Can I pin him against the wall with my javelin?
He's probably about 10 feet, so you're going to need a solid strength check to get him thrown back that far.
I'm going to try it.
So if you want to try to pin him against the wall and just hurl this as far as you can, I want you to make a strength check right now.
All right. So, 21.
Okay, awesome. So you hurl this. Will you now make your attack roll, a ranged attack roll,
Oh no!
with disadvantage?
With it's the 20 die, right?
Yeah, roll the
Yeah.
die 20 twice. Take the lowest score.
Oh,
Shit.
Damn. Okay. So 2.
With your modifier.
Oh, so it'd be 8.
Okay, so you want to put all of your strength in it because you want to pin that fucker against that wall. So you bring it back and you hurl it like Zeus throwing a thunderbolt, and it sails right past him and embeds itself probably 1.5 feet into the wooden wall of the wooden palisade of this watch post.
Damn it. Fuck that, too.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Isn't that the only thing I could do?
You have your movement. So on your turn, you have an action, a bonus action, a movement, and a reaction. And so you're a barbarian.
Yeah.
I mean, you can rage as a bonus action.
No, I'll just stay put for right now.
Okay. Great. And then the last guard who's inside, no one knows what's happening with him. So at the beginning at the top of next initiative round, Pierce is like, fuck, we got to get inside of that watchtower and stop that guard from lighting the warning fire. And then Pierce is going to start running forward. He's going to throw that longbow aside, and he's going to run forward and take a javelin himself. And as he's running forward, he's going to throw another javelin at that guard. And that
Fucking
hits.
Neo over there.
The chosen one.
Yeah. I am the chosen
And that
guard.
does 8 points of damage to that guard.
Man, I really wish I could have pinned that guard.
And so that guard now has a javelin sticking out of his shoulder as he just gets hit and gets knocked down to the ground as Pierce comes up and throws that right at him.
That's how it's done.
And then Pierce's turn stops him about right there.
That's how a man throws.
Okay, next up is going to be Jack. Jack is going to take a shot at the guard here with Deodred with that orc longbow. And that hits. 10. I had all my dice right here. I'll reroll. Oh, it was a 9, but then it rerolled to a 3. So, and that does 4 points of damage to that guard, and it knocks him to the ground. Let's see, strength saving throw. Yeah, that knocks him to the ground, and Deodred is kind of freed up as he gets knocked to the ground from Jack, so he's knocked down. Next up is going to be Dread.
Okay, so the guard that is right next to other Dread is still right there, right?
Yeah, so
'Kay.
you're right here.
How?
She's right here.
'Kay.
And that guard is there, knocked down.
Okay, so since I punched before, I didn't have my battle axe out. If I take my battle axe out, that'll be my action.
Correct.
Damn it.
Fuck it, just do it. You have your battle axe out.
Okay, thank you. All right, all right. So I'm gonna make a attack swing at him.
Okay.
16
you also
plus
get
to hit.
advantage because he's knocked prone.
Oh, he's prone.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He
Okay.
failed that strength save, so he's
Beheading.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim for his little neck there.
So reroll.
So my first roll 16. So it's 20 plus to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay.
Definitely hits.
Wait. So that hit. Oh, I'm rolling that.
Yeah, I was like, your fucking modifier is a 20? Like, Jesus
No.
Christ.
Mine should be. I'm a freak.
Where's the D8?
This fucking punches skull in. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
That'll be 13.
To hit?
Yeah, no damage. So the to hit was 16 plus 7, so...
Got it. 23.
Yeah. And so 1d8 plus 5 just rolled 6, so 13.
Okay, perfect.
What? It's 11.
11,
That's
sorry,
11.
that's what I meant.
Okay, that's enough. So as this guard gets knocked prone by Jack, you kind of take this moment to like pop your battle axe out of its and just
Random
chop his head
bonus action.
clean off. Just
That's right.
chopped his head off.
Nice.
Oh, we actually killed somebody.
Yeah, I've actually done something, now, guys.
Unlike the last campaign where I killed everything.
I chopped horses' legs off.
All right, so that guard is
kill it.
dead, and now it's Deidre's turn. And so she'll take that short sword, and she'll move the rest of the way to attack this guard here, who has that javelin sticking out of his chest. She'll make her attack roll. And that hits. What is she attacking? A short sword. And that's 5 plus 3 for 8 points of damage. And that kills him. And so as she runs up, he's just kind of still trying to pull this javelin out of his chest. And she comes up and she stabs him right into the throat, just straight through his own. And that guard is dead. And so he's dead. He's dead. She went. Atvar, what would you like to do now?
I am going to run... Oh, man. Is there any sort of, like, way to get up on top of that thing from the outside?
If you want to run up to it, it's probably about 10, 12 feet tall.
Oh, so I could lizard climb up.
Yeah. So,
Lizard climb.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go run up to the wall, and I'm gonna actually climb up backwards,
Okay.
so that I'm looking at them, just to really show off my lizard status and piss off the orc.
all
Are you
right,
gonna
make a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Change
Run that
colors?
backwards.
Oh fuck! I can't. 3.
You have to roll again.
Oh yeah, it's the smallest.
Well, yeah, you could have rolled
5.
a 1.
All right. So, as you get up there and you try to climb backwards, like it's just really awkward. And this is it's an established. This wood has been treated, and there's been a lot of rain that's experienced. So as you climb up about halfway, you just kind of like miss a handhold, and you just tumble down, and you fall back to the ground, and you're just kind of sitting there like, why didn't I just climb it? Okay. And after Atvar, Molag.
All right, I want to grab the dude's bow that he dropped, and then I'm just going to
Pierces?
run towards the tower, yeah.
Okay, so you pick up his orc bow, and then you can probably get about here. Do you want to dash, and you can move another 30 feet?
Sure.
Okay, and so we'll say you can get in here. Once you get in, make a perception check.
Okay. 7.
Okay. Once you run in, there's a guard laying on his back, and as you can see, he's kind of been like moving himself forward. There's a large black bolt sticking out of his chest as he's trying to kind of drag himself towards a large pile of big pyre. So materials to start.
Gondor calls for aid.
Gondor's calling for aid. So he's just trying to drag himself there. And so you get there, and so at the end of your turn, you get there, and you see him just like slowly trying to drag himself as he's like just convulsively like spitting out blood as this black bolt is sitting in the middle of his chest.
All right.
So back to the top of the initiative order. Pierce continues to move all of the way in. He sees the guard there. He doesn't have a ranged weapon to make an attack with, and he can't get to that guard right now with his movement. So he moves in as well, and just kind of like is there. Like so, he runs in right after you. Next up
Can you just grab the bow from me?
is Jack. No, not if we're following the rules.
Damn.
So Jack's still outside, so he's going to kind of be out of initiative. So for the sake of it, we'll end this combat, and we'll say that we're out of initiative. You guys and Deidre come into this as well, and you see this guard slowly moving towards the spire, and Pierce just walks up to him and puts his foot on his arm that he's using to help kind of drag him, and Pierce kind of leans in and goes, "Death," and he just kind of grabs the bolt of the arrow and starts twisting it inside of the wound. And he just smiles and almost like is bathing in the pain and suffering that he's causing this guard.
Tunic is,
I like it.
He's twitching.
Just kind of crouching over. Deidre grabs the cloak that the first guard wrapped around her and just kind of like wraps it around herself a little bit more, and she says, Pierce, we're in a hurry. Pierce just kind of rolls his eyes and says, fine. I want you to finish him.
All right. I'll take a swing at him then. I'll take a swing at him with my dagger. Or no, my short sword.
Okay.
I'm not gonna swing my dagger at him. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do a dagger kill. I'm just gonna.
Should have just done a
Clean.
mouth
Okay.
kill. Just
Make an attack roll with advantage because he's lying there and he's held.
So 14.
Plus, I think it's like a 5 for you.
Yeah.
Whatever your dexterity is, right?
Yeah, it would be Dex plus proficiency because he's proficient in daggers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's +5. So.
Yep, so that hits. It's a 19.
All right. And then it's a 1d4 plus 2. The fuck is the 4?
No,
This one?
yeah, that one.
God. All right.
6.
That's 4. 6.
Yeah.
So as you just kind of you take your knife, how do you stab him? How do you want to do it?
I'm gonna make it real brutal. I'm gonna like go into the top of his head, like down through the chin. Just
So as he's just kind of twisting this arrow, you kind of walk up and kneel down next to him and just plant it inside of him into his head, and like as you stab into him, his eyes just like roll back into his head as this little bead of blood just kind of starts coming out of this the entry that you put into his brain. His body just starts tensing convulsively as his neurons are just firing, and then all of a sudden he just stops. And Pierce looks at you and goes, "Well done." And then he grabs the dagger, pulls it out, and shoves it into the chest cavity and starts cutting open the chest cavity and pulls out the heart and just takes a big bite out of this heart. And then he just throws it at you.
You know what? I'm gonna take a bite out of it too. When in
Rome?
when in
I mean, for you,
when in
that's-
Johnsonville.
for you, though, it's not too out of character, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a bite.
Okay.
I'm gonna consume some
So
man
you just
heart.
kind of you pick up this heart, put it in your mouth, start chewing on it. Pierce takes the rest of the blood and just like wipes it across his face and says, "Let's go." And so you guys get ready. Deidre grabs the rest of her stuff, grabs her clothes, puts them back on, and starts tearing down towards the meeting spot that you guys are meeting to get to meet up with the tactical work group.
Yeah, work group.
Yep.
We got to kill those guys too.
So I would like you guys
The
to make
union.
an athletics check.
Have to find the union out in the forest.
Collective labor force.
Yeah. How much are you getting
27?
paid for the shit?
27. Sweet. Natural smash, right?
No.
Okay.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah.
23.
Perfect. Cameron?
18.
Awesome. So you guys are cruising along. Your blood's up. You guys are ready to just roll. Killing these guards was a good warm-up for you. So as you guys are just kind of tearing through the forest, moving towards following Deidre, Pierce, and Jack through it, you guys kind of meet up. After about 25, 30 minutes of just running through this forest and just moving through the terrain, you guys kind of meet up at a small clearing where there's this little stream, and Cobb's there with a bunch of men, and they're all pulling out these orcish longbows, and you are each given an orcish longbow to carry and 7 or 8 arrows as well. And Cobb just kind of explains he has this rough drawing in the dirt, and he says the clearing is laid out like this. They build a road out into an area. They'll chop down the logs. They'll chop down the trees. They'll stack them up and prepare them for transport as they clean them off. And so my plan is we'll put some men along the ridges in the forest and shoot them. Sorry, it's a Scott. And we'll shoot them from inside of this forest. We'll also have some men down along the road because these guys will be running. They're like rabbits. As soon as they start feeling that they have a little bit of pressure on them, they'll turn and run. So we'll need some folks down here on the road in order to intercept them and kill kill them as they run away. Maybe some more better melee fighters if you're not good with the range stuff. As far as that goes, where do you guys want to be?
I'll be on the road waiting to catch any runners.
Yeah, I want to kill some Teamsters with their face to me. You stole everything.
How many do they need over there?
The work group we've been scouting out for the last couple of weeks typically has about 12 men. So we're going to be hitting them with about 30-odd men before we start moving towards the city. The town. Whatever the hell you want to call it.
All right, let's be with the initial group.
So on the road or up in the tree?
Up in the trees.
Okay.
I've had awful luck with my ranged weapons today, so I'm just going to...
Maybe you shouldn't roll the red one anymore. Oh, I just rolled 19 for you.
So on the road, are there trees on either side of the road, right? That they're going to run down? Perfect. So I will hide inside those trees until I see them start running out.
Okay. For the sake of speed, Cameron, will you roll a stealth check? And so will you guys. Will all of you guys roll a stealth check? Oh, I saw that.
15.
Okay.
22.
So you guys have no problem, okay? So Deodred and goes with you guys, kind of skirting down along towards the work camp and sets you guys up towards it. She kind of puts herself back to a tree, and Dread, you seeing this, also put your back to a tree, not realizing that there's a foot of you hanging out on either side of this tree.
Dread.
He
I rolled a
natural one.
I rolled a
He
natural
rolled a one on his
What are you
stealth
fucking
check.
doing?
So
Become 3.
And Avar, you also can you hide yourself pretty well. There's a pile of leaves kind of on the side of the road, or loose needles that you kind of like burrow yourself into for a. And so you're with the other guys, and so the rest of the bandits are just kind of like interspersed between the trees. You have a pretty good clear view of this whole area. From where you're positioned, you probably could take a shot at most anyone without a problem. So, before you guys left Cobb, he said, wait for me to make the initial attack, and then we'll go from there. So, as you guys all get into position, you hear Cobb's voice, a very gruff voice, as he kind of walks out from the forest, say, "Hello, gentlemen. Might I have a second of your time?" As he just kind of like slowly walks in towards the center of this camp. Everyone just stops working and just kind of like starts and like looks at him like, who the fuck is this guy? And a couple of guys just kind of give each other the side glance and they're like, what the fuck is happening? And immediately a few guys start like really getting like alerted and freaked out because this is a stranger in a bad land where there shouldn't be strangers. And Cobb just kind of calls out and says, "Now, it's nothing personal, but you're all fucking dead." And at that point, that was the key. So I want you all to roll initiative.
12.
13.
Okay.
Fucking 5.
5.
Yeah. I really like my little pine needle bed.
Laura, what was yours?
Oh, it's...
I love looking over. Caleb's just like folding his hands, like
Cameron, what did you get?
moving.
13.
A little bit.
Dread, and then
Yeah.
Avar had 5. 5,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
5, yeah.
Sweet. So, as arrows just kind of flood into it, who do you want to shoot at? They're all numbered. All these guys are numbered.
The furthest dude out.
So, I'm going to put you probably somewhere around here. Okay.
All right.
And
Obsessed with snipe shots.
Yeah.
okay, so you're going to go for 6, 11, 10, or 9. I need you to make a choice.
6.
Okay. So make a strength check.
This would be 21.
Okay. So you can pull the bow back, no problem. Make a ranged attack. So you're going to use your dexterity.
So 10.
So proficiency plus dexterity.
Don't know where my proficiency is.
Level 3, it should be 2.
Okay. So 2 plus 4, so it would be 12.
Okay. So as you just kind of pull back, you sit there, and he says death, but you take a half second just to wait, and then you release that shot, and you just watch this thick arrow fly through the trees as it heads towards this guy. And this guy's like looking straight at Cobb, and then all of a sudden, as the arrow's floating, he kind of ducks down a little bit, and it hits him right in the forehead as he ducks right into this arrow that you shot, and just completely drops him. So that T-zone, just instant death.
Headshot.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Headshot.
In that first volley, wow. I'm going to reroll that. Okay, well, let's start with that one. Good. Okay, 15%. So in that first volley, what's 15 of 12?
15% of 12?
2. Yeah, I'm just going to say 2. 9, 2, and 6 are all killed in that first volley as arrows just kind of fly in from all over the place and gets everyone. Okay, so Dread, what are you going to do? I'm going to say you're hiding about, let's say there's a tree right here. And you're hiding beside that.
Right in the fucking center.
Pine needles are right here.
So I don't want to blow my cover yet.
And so this is where you are at bar. And then Deidred is hiding near a tree.
I'm going to wait till they start coming my way.
Okay.
Before I do anything.
So you're going to hold your action until someone comes within range?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least pull out your weapon.
My weapon's ready. This
Okay.
time.
You already went for this round. I lied. Actually, we started a new round. Okay, so you're up. What do you want to do?
Take another shot at the next furthest one out.
Okay, so that'd be 10 or 11.
I'll go for 10.
Okay, make a strength check.
1.
So what's your strength modifier?
6, so it'd be 7.
Okay.
But that was a natural one, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Just listen. So as you pull the bow back, you're just like, fuck yeah. You pull that bow back and you snap it in half because you're just so strong. And you're just like, oh, fuck. So this bow just breaks in front of you, and as the requisition goes, you're going to take 4 points of damage from the shattering of this bow in your hand.
Idiot.
Just like smacking back into you as the two pieces and the tension on the bowstring just brings that wood right back into your face.
What an asshole.
God.
All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No.
Okay. So next up is all right, the guys. So one is going to start booking it towards Cobb, and he's going to try to make an attack at Cobb and misses. 3 is going to... Where's 3? 3 is going to start trying to book it towards the trees with an axe. He's actually making a beeline towards you. Then 4 is going to make a beeline towards Cobb, and he's going to make an attack roll. That does not hit. 5 is going to start booking it out towards here, and he's going to make it right here. 6 is dead. 7 is going to start booking it out this way, and he's going to stop right about there. 8 is going to move towards Cobb and make an attack roll on Cobb. And that misses.
And these
9
guys
is
are worse
dead.
than us.
Well, they're not trained soldiers. They're just
That's
woodsmen
true.
with axes. They're not wearing armor.
They know how to use an axe, though.
They know how to swing an axe,
Yeah,
but...
we don't know how to shoot bows half the time.
I got a dude right in the face.
Okay, Atvar, your turn. What do you want to do?
I am going to attack the guy, or make an attack at the guy that ran right next to my burrow.
They're like a trapdoor spider.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
I come out as a fucking... fuck. 6 plus, so 8, I guess. Oh, no, it's 6, just 6 for the initiative with the advantage. It was a 6 and a 5 I rolled.
You're rolling attack. So you've already rolled initiative, so that's your attack roll.
Oh.
So for Atvar, it should be...
Wait, what was your higher one? 6?
Yeah, 6 was the higher one.
So what's your dexterity?
It's 2 plus proficiency. So you rolled a 6 plus 4, so that should be 10.
Oh, okay,
To hit.
sorry.
And what are you? So wait, are you using your short sword?
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
use my short sword this time.
So yeah, so that's plus 4, so it's 1d6 plus 2. Also, you get sneak attack damage, so roll 2d6s as well for additional damage.
5. So,
And roll another d6.
4. So I've got 11.
Yes, so that's 11 points of damage to that guy. So as you leap out of there, number 7. As you leap out of it, you just kind of like make this like scissoring move with your arms as you just like spring yourself forward, and like you see this "oh fuck" look on his face as like all of a sudden you spring out of nowhere in this like ambush position, and you just rip this your short sword right through his head, and his head just topples backwards as his body keeps moving forward. Your the swinging of your sword has changed the momentum of his head, so one body keeps moving forward and the head falls backwards.
Nice. The
And
whole
you
time.
just like 3-point or like 2-point stands, like land with the sword out, like ninja samurai style.
Yeah, tongue like flicking in and out of my mouth.
Bring your sword back, just like lick the little bit of blood off the blade.
I got a taste for it now.
All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No.
Okay. Okay. So 10 is going to go now. 10 is going to make a beeline out for these trees. 11 is going to make a run back through here, and 12 is going to come up to you, Atvar, and make an attack at you.
He saw you behead a
that's
guy.
an
in a
18 to hit.
Smooth movement. Oh, he's fucking charged now.
Okay. You just watched him decapitate someone that he works with every single day. So as you land and you get ready, he just comes up and swings his axe down at you, and that does 5 plus 2, so that does 7 points of piercing damage to you, Atvar.
Okay.
As this axe hits you in the shoulder and just kind of pierces in the armor a little bit, and you just kind of shrug it off as it pulls away. Back to the top of the initiative order. There's going to be another volley of arrows that kind of come in. Nope, wrong thing. Another volley of arrows. Okay. And that's 13%. So another volley of arrows come in. 11 gets hit and is killed there.
Oh, damn it.
8 gets hit by Cobb, and 4 gets hit by Cobb. Or no, 8 gets hit, not 4. And I don't have an initiative order for Cobb. All right. Cobb is now 1. All right. Top of the initiative. Cameron, what do you want to do?
This is not
So
No, if he's the top of the initiative, then it's your 13.
I passed my first turn because I was going to wait until someone ran down towards me, but they've all died.
5 still alive?
Okay. I thought she was going to go for 5. So I'm going to go run at
She hasn't made a turn yet.
where 5 is at.
Okay. So you break cover and move straight for 5.
Yep.
Okay, make a tackle.
10.
That hits.
Ah, yes.
These are not armored individuals who do not know how to fight.
Oh, the D8. 6 damage.
So you come up to him, and what do you have?
Battle axe.
So battle axe. You just kind of trug up to him, and as he's running, he's just like, "Oh shit, where did this guy come from?"
I speak for the trees.
And then you just lift up your axe and just boom, one strike knocks him. Oh, wait, versatile or one?
It's a two-handed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you have two-handed.
Yeah.
So you bring this axe up and bring it straight down, and it's kind of like that scene in Hansel and Gretel where the troll like lifts up that tree and smashes that guy,
Nice.
and you just crush this guy to the ground, and you fuck his day up. He's dead.
No, well, he had hardly any hit points.
Yep. Okay. Morag, what do you want to do?
I'm going to kill the dude that just ran into the trees near me.
Okay, so you're going to move up to him. Make an attack roll.
It's be 21.
That hits.
And... Wait, what am I rolling? My weapon,
Not
right?
a d20, yeah.
So it'll be my great sword, which is
2d6.
2d6. Yeah. So it'll be 10 plus 6. Or wait, is that plus 8?
That's plus 6 plus your modifier, strength.
Okay, so it'd be 10 plus 6 plus 6. So it'd be 24.
Wait, why is there 2 6s there?
Because
It's 22, but what do I know? I've only had 3
Because 10
hours
is the
of
damage
sleep.
die, plus your strength modifier, which is what?
Get on my level,
6.
Craig.
So that's 16.
But, oh, okay.
If you're raging, it would do an additional 2 damage, but you're not raging.
Okay. I don't know. I was looking at my thing. And it's just like plus 8 or something on the side.
That's your to hit. So when you roll a die,
Oh.
that's what you add to it. So the plus 8 is for your
Okay.
is your to hit.
All right. All right. That's good.
Okay, so as this guy's running up to you, like he's like hopping on trees, like just moving through it, and then you just kind of step up and just cut him right from shoulder to hip, lay him open, and he just drops backwards. At this point, everyone starts running because there's just death everywhere. So one starts running away from Cobb, and Cobb gets an attack of opportunity on him, and that misses because 4 stepped in the way. And so one's going to be able to make it out to about right here. Dead. 4's going to start running as well. Cobb's going to get an attack of opportunity on him, and that hits. So Cobb has a glaive, which is a d10. And so that's 9 plus amount, and that guy is dead. And so as 4 runs, he just kind of pulls his polearm, just boom, cuts him right through the back, separating his spine from the rest of his body, and he drops dead.
Seems too clean for that sick bastard.
8 is dead. 10 is moving out here into these trees, runs into some bandits. He'll probably die. Then 12 is right here near Atvar. He's going... Oh, sorry. Atvar, it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to attack the guy who just hit me.
Yep.
Clearly. That's a 2. Yeah, so... Let's see. 2 plus 4.
Does not hit.
Yeah.
So...
I'm like caught off guard by his savagery. Most of these
that
guys
hit
are
kind of like
chumps.
knocked you off, and so as you kind of come up making an attack on him, you're off center, so just off balance. Okay, top of the initiative order. Dread, what do you want to do? So the only
Okay.
guys that are alive are 1 and 12.
So the guys running off for the forest have died.
Yeah,
Um,
you are currently right there.
Can you show me how far 15 feet is?
I'm going to say that this would be 15 feet.
Okay, and how many people are right there?
1.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
I'm
one
going to charge
guy.
out. I'm just with my battle axe.
Okay, make an attack roll.
13 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And... I'm pretty sure it's a plus...
That kills him.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Plus 5. So
Yep.
it'd be 10.
So you run up to him and you basically like run him down like Dragonborn, like human, like big steps, little foot, and as you come up, you just drop him.
Da, 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 da,
Okay.
da, da.
Um, Caleb?
Is there anyone near me?
No, everyone's pretty much dead except for bandits.
Okay. So there's no one alive for me to just murder?
No.
Oh, well, then I'm good then, I guess.
Okay. Atvar.
Same thing. I mean, I gotta avenge my lost hit points. I'm gonna take a swipe with my 5.
9 doesn't hit.
God, still incapable.
Okay, so this guy's gonna make another attack at you.
Oh,
Number
there was a
12 is-
guy?
Yeah, 12 is still alive and he's engaged
Oh.
with him. So that hits, and that's going to be 6 points of hit points.
Okay.
And then he's going to turn and run and try to get out of there, seeing that he's the only one left. And so he's going to start running.
don't know what
Atvar,
he's
you get an
afraid of.
attack of opportunity
Okay.
as he turns and starts running.
All right, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just hit him with the short sword still.
Okay,
I
so
can't
make your
really-
attack roll.
Yeah.
7.
Plus 4 or 7 total.
It's 11.
Okay,
Maybe
so that hits. So make
Oh,
your
goddamn time.
damage roll.
Fuck, what is it? A 6?
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2. Or...
Yeah, it's 2. So I do 6.
Okay, perfect. So as he turns and starts running away, you like predatory sense kicks in, and you just jump on top of him and just savage him. And it's just murder shank him with your short sword,
Beautiful.
and he is dead.
Fucking bastard.
As
stabbed me.
you pull him to the ground, and just like viciously stab into him, blood spurts everywhere, and he's just savage. The whole clearing goes really, really quiet as everyone's sitting there just trying to like find another target to pick at. Cobb's just kind of slowly wiping blood off of his glaive on the guy whose back he lacerated. Deirdre is sitting there, and she's just still working her jaw a little bit from earlier before. And
Yeah, she really got that jaw workout in.
She
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
all right, that being done, Cobb just kind of calls everyone in, and the rest of the bandits just kind of like migrate into the clearing. And he's like, "All right, this whole attack lasted maybe a minute max. So a minute and a half ago, these guys were working, doing their day's work, and now they're all crow's food. So
I know they're just workers, but we make an investigation to see, or pillage, see how much we can get off these guys?
yeah, make a investigation check.
18, because I don't have any modifiers.
So these are frontiersmen. There's not a lot of material, like wealth or anything on them. You probably pick out 16 coppers amongst the lot. And there's plenty of like equipment, workers' equipment, saws, axes, those sorts of things, but not necessarily weapons, more tools for labor.
You want to craft, bro? Get your woodworking up.
I should have been here to build my glider. Jeez. This would have been the spot, guys.
You should build it for the way back.
Yeah.
On the way back,
Perfect.
that's what you do.
Tie, no, guys, just tie one into the back of a couple horses, smack them, and then just pull me along with them, and then I'll catch the wind and glide by the power of horse. Mark you.
How many horsepowers would you require?
Mark you. They will start to calculate things by the power of horse in the future.
Mark my
You and your
words.
fucking ideas.
Really, Dread is super, super brilliant, but it's like that, like, idiot brilliance where everyone just thinks you're crazy, and you're just like, no, guys, I'm just way smarter than everyone.
I say that about Zach all the time
Zach.
from work.
Oh,
Or you have
never
like
know.
Asperger's, but you're really, really awesome at that one thing.
Yeah.
And his happens to be making like. planes.
How are we doing on time?
Aerodynamics.
When do we want
145.
146.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so that's phase 2. Wait, yeah, phase 2. So, moving on to phase 3 of the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bingo.
So Cobb pulls everyone in and kind of starts detailing everyone where they need to be for the next attack. He sends Deirdre, Pierce, and Jack up to fire the bridge. There's a bridge right here, and the plan is to set this bridge on fire so that the townsfolk, thinking they can either A, escape off the bridge, and with that gone, there's nowhere for them to escape, and then the rest of it is just to funnel them all towards the mill and funnel them in towards the city, and then just eradicate everyone. So, does everyone know what they need to do?
Extreme prejudice.
Extreme prejudice.
What do these guys like do? I mean, I guess that's. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. We're here to kill, but
It's a lumber town.
it seems no. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, they're supplying the.
Lumber to the Trudeau.
Yeah, that's right. Those fucking maple syrup bastards. All right, yeah, let's do this. Let's get rid of him.
Okay. So, what I want some of you to do, I need some of you to move through these south of the city. They have fields. I need you guys to move through the fields, through the trees. How do you guys want to come at it? Granted, there's going to be a large line of bandits that are coming through these trees and just trying to funnel everyone up against the river. So, where would you guys like to approach the city from that angle? So different approaches have different outcomes.
And I definitely want to approach from the tree side because it'll keep me uncovered for as long as possible.
And as you guys are moving towards, this is a wheat field right here, and so the wheat's probably mid-chest high for me, so almost 5 feet tall. So, I mean, if you would get in it, you're going to get down and crawl through it.
Can I run my hands through it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
So is that the way you want to go?
Yes.
Okay.
The silken gown.
Molak, where are you going?
I'll go with Lizard Man.
Okay, so you guys are going to go through the field?
Yeah.
There's a villager on a little knoll. He just sees this like large patch of wheat getting pushed down as I'm trying to crawl through it. He's just like, no, I definitely want to come from the trees.
It's like a shark in the water almost. Like, it's just like noticeably parting. It's just like, what the hell? Big orc. So, all right. Now, okay. So as you guys get up to the town, Cameron, where in that tree line do you want to come
I'm going to investigate this. This is a tower?
Trapper.
Trapper.
Sorry, this is Trapper.
Okay, I'm going to come from this way and investigate the Trapper establishment first.
Okay. So make an investigation check, or make a stealth check first. All three of you guys make a stealth check.
Natural 20.
15.
Okay. So you guys are able to get to that the wheat field. You guys are able to go through, get down, and like crawl through it. There are runs that people can walk through, and so you're able to find a spot in it that's wide enough, really, to take the bulk of your shoulders and not create too much of an indent in the wheat as you're moving through it. Okay. But as you guys get down, you guys are kind of a couple ruts like apart from each other, and you guys are just moving through the wheat. Okay. Cameron, 3 for a total of...
For a total of 3.
Oh, great. So you're super stealthy. Cromp, 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 cromp. You kick in the door to the trapper's house and, like, step in.
Hello, is Paladin.
So inside of it, there are a ton of bear traps, animal skins.
Thought we were playing
Cam
Rust
just
for a
fell
second.
on all of them.
No, I thought we were playing Rust for a second. Break open a door and a whole bunch of bears inside that someone had trapped earlier.
No,
Love
not
doing
quite.
that.
To clarify, the bear traps are hanging from the walls.
Okay.
And there's animal skins hanging out in the back, tanning, preparing it for transportation, this sort of stuff. But there's no one home.
Cool. So do I know... So along this ridge of trees, are there going to be bandits coming through?
Yes, but it's kind of like sparse out. Like the idea is everyone's going to move
How many of
independently
those?
towards
How
the
many of those
city.
bear traps can I hold?
I mean, what's your strength modifier?
+5.
Okay, and so like holding into them in one hand, or like sling them over
Just
your
like
shoulder.
I just want to just grab 2 armfuls of bear traps.
Jeez, like
So you can clamp your arms off?
I'm going to say 2.
Only 2?
Yeah, only 2.
Dang it!
I'm sorry, limits.
All right, I just want to grab a couple of these bear traps because I want to place them strategically in the forest.
Okay.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna wield them like a, and like slam them into somebody's, somebody's
Throw them
ass.
and like let the open hatch
Could I-
clamp onto
Could I clip one of the bear
my
traps
God!
to my belt?
something?
So I want to hold
so
2
you can carry 2 and then
and clip
and attach one to your
perfect.
belt.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to take these bear traps and I'm going to place one here, and I'm going to place one here.
Okay, so as you're moving through the forest, you're not stealthy in any way, shape, or imagine. So you're moving through this forest, and all of a sudden you hear this soft voice kind of call out and go, "Who's there?"
Do not be afraid. I am Paladin from distant land.
No one.
Oh. And so, like, this little blonde face kind of peeks around a tree. And from your perspective, young woman, blonde hair, possibly late teens. She has an armful of a basket full of mushrooms. And her hair is kind of tied back in a handkerchief. And she's just kind of like, "Oh, are you visiting with a party of adventurers? Or what are you doing here, all the way out here?"
I am visiting with party of adventurers. City has trouble with bear attack recently, which is why I have bear traps. You need to come down from there as quickly as possible.
So she's not necessarily up in a tree. So there's kind of like a little ravine here. You're probably 120 feet away from the village, and she's kind of sitting up on a there's a little ravine. You're kind of down slope on one side, and she's kind of up slope on the other, like just like peeking around a tree. She heard you moving through the forest and just kind of was curious as to who's moving. So, okay. So
I beckon towards her, and then can I persuade her to come
make
down?
a charisma check
Perfect.
for persuasion.
Dang it. That's a 10.
Okay. She has nothing to fear about. So as she starts kind of moving towards you, there's a alarm bell ringing, and both of you kind of like look off into the distance, and you can see black smoke rising off to the east. Presumably the bridge is on fire.
The bears.
I know. Hurry, the bears are attacking.
Oh my goodness. And so she just starts running towards you, and she drops the basket full of mushrooms and starts running towards you. What can I do? What do we do?
God damn it.
So
I'm
big
gonna
blue
pull-
eyes, she runs right up to you.
Fuck.
Getting terrified right now.
No, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna grab her arm and pull her towards me and plunge my dagger right into her.
Okay. Make an attack roll
You're
with
supposed to
advantage.
grab life
Actually,
by the...
make a strength check for that grapple.
By the clamp.
Live your life by the clap. Give her the clap.
Okay, so that's an 18 on my strength check.
Okay, so you're able to grab her and pull her tightly to you.
Yeah.
So make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh man. Okay. So 14 plus 7 to hit.
Okay.
Is it plus 7?
I'm not sure, but it definitely killed her.
God damn it.
Make your attack roll?
Campaign, you should have clamped.
So that's a 6 to 6.
6 total?
Yeah.
So you grab her, and there's a little squeak as you pull her close. Like she doesn't understand why you're being so rough with her. As you just plunge your knife into her ribcage over and over again, she just
I didn't say which paladin I was.
Blood just
Tiamat
starts
says
coming-
hello.
blood just starts kind of dripping out of her mouth as like her dead body like just starts like leaning forward, and she just like it goes limp in your arms after 2 or
God
3
damn it.
stabs.
That feels so dirty. Anyways, I'm going to resume setting up my bear traps.
Okay. So still
Loud as
wandering
fuck.
along. Okay, so as this is happening, you guys are crawling through the field. Make a perception check, both of you.
7.
13, 16.
Quickly, the bears are attacking.
You guys start hearing. You guys hear call outs of fire, fire, and so you hear footsteps running away from you. And I mean, there weren't a lot of people in these fields as you guys got into them, but it's almost kind of like the raptors from Jurassic Park, where you guys just kind of drop down in the grass and you're just like moving towards people.
People randomly fall down into the wheat.
For Caleb Schweiss, as you're crawling in your rut, this little boy starts running through the field and trips and like kind of like lands in the rut and is probably about 10 feet in front of you, and he just like lifts his face up and looks at you. He's probably about 8 years old, black hair, and he's just like staring at you. And it's just kind of like that moment where he's just like
Master
who the fuck are
Anakin,
you?
what's
And he
going
just, like, freezes
on?
up. What do you want to do?
I don't have the clamp. I'm gonna let him go.
Huh?
I'm gonna let him go.
Oh.
You little bitch.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna nod. And then he's gonna Star Wars nod back.
No, he's just sitting there shitless, like.
I'm just gonna like put my finger over my mouth, and then just continue on towards the village.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go kill his family. is what I'm-
You're crawling through the dirt, and as you kind of like reach him, you just kind of put your hand on his head and shove his face in the dirt, and you just keep crawling over him.
All right, that works.
Okay.
I'm not as heartless as Cameron.
Extreme prejudice.
Extreme prejudice.
Guys
Okay.
are weak.
How was I being weak?
Because you feel bad for murdering her, and you didn't even
That's
use the
me.
clamp.
That's me personally.
You
I
didn't
feel
use
bad.
the clamp.
Dread does not feel bad.
Okay. So as you're moving forward, There's a man just kind of standing in the field, like straight up, hat on the back of his head, just like looking towards the fire, just kind of like not necessarily sure what to do. And he's probably about 20 feet in front of you. What do you want to do?
Could I give Jabba a shank and have him like go murder him?
Oh, the goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot you had that guy.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna let my goblin just go murder him.
So you tell Jabba to go around and kill that guy. Okay. So Jabba gives you the thumbs up, like, got it. Got it, boss. Let's go. And so you give him a dagger. What do you give him? I mean, what do you have to give him?
A prison shank.
Call it a...
I can give him a hand axe.
It's a shiv.
Got it. Okay, so you give him a hand axe. Okay.
Shank is the verb.
So roll a stealth check for Jabba. With advantage, because he's a little goblin. I mean, him standing up, like, on his feet, he's
It's a 14.
shorter than the grass still. Okay, that's enough. There's a lot of commotion. The farmer's not paying attention. Make an attack roll. So D20.
Oh, okay.
Only add, like, a... let's see. Hand axe is a light weapon, so dexterity. Add 1.
So it'd be like a 7.
To hit?
Yeah.
That hits. So roll 1d6 and add 1.
7.
Okay. So as you're just kind of sitting there, like reaching through at you, instruct Jabba to go get him. And he's just kind of like, got it, boss. So he just kind of moves through the wheat very, very slowly, very quietly. And then he just, like, jumps up on top of this farmer, and it's almost like a gremlin, just, like, hotching to his back, and he's just like, yeah! As he just, like, fucking murders and, like, almost decapitates this guy with his hand axe and just drops down into the wheat. Blood splatters all across the wheat as he's just, like, you see the axe just rise and fall as this, like, over-eager goblin just, like, over-kills this fuck.
That's right. And then I high-five him.
Okay, so you move forward and high-five
As you're
him.
balls deep in the farmer. Good job, buddy.
All right.
You did good.
So as so bandits start coming out from the trees, and you guys hear the screaming from the villages. Both of you guys pop up in the fields, and a few people that are on the edge of the fields, they start turning and start running away. As you guys pop up, and I'm going to say that Atvar is about right here. Morag and Jabba are right here. Cameron, I'm going to say Dread is right here.
Can you put a little dot right here? Perfect. That's where my trap is.
Got it. Okay. So each of you guys roll initiative, and I want you guys to tell me where you're going.
Wait for where?
We roll that. Huh?
Where are the people?
Just all over.
All right, I got 11.
15.
Cameron?
4.
All right, Atvar, you're up first. Where are you going?
I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
Just gonna wait. I don't know if I can keep doing this. I'm having second thoughts.
What happened
about
to that
the
reptilian brain?
extreme prejudice? Well, I'm not like a reptard. So
300 gold, man. You could get that heated rock.
man, I already fucking have like some.
I already have some gold.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I'm having a conflict, an internal conflict. So I'm just gonna wait and see what happens.
That kid really shook you up.
Yeah, I didn't seem like it when I shoved his face in the mud, but it really hit me. It rocked my world.
All right, Morag, what are you doing?
Is there like a way I could set stuff on fire?
Yeah, I mean, you have a torch presumably in your bag. You can just start
All
torching
right,
shit.
I'm gonna torch the storage.
Okay, just shut up here.
Yeah.
So you and Jabba move up here, and you pull out a torch and just hand it towards Jabba, and Jabba's like, "Got it, boss!" And he lights it, he like takes a flint and just sparks it for you, and you just like start throwing it into the storage shed.
Sweet.
Okay, sweet, that's on fire. That's fire.
It's good.
All right, Cameron, what do you want to be doing?
So I'm going to set the other trap right where I am at currently, then cut this way towards the house.
Okay. So as you cut this way, you see a very large, burly man walk out of the smithy, and he's just like super confused as to what's happening. What do you want to do? He's carrying a large hammer in his hand, not like a war hammer, but like a smith's hammer, probably 12-pound hammer.
I'm going to shout. I'm going to walk towards him purposefully, and then say, "Hello, you there! I am Paladin from distant land. We need to work on the. We need to set up defenses for this town now." And then, will that distract him long enough for me to walk up close to him?
So he's going to make an attack roll at you. So he's going to move towards you and make an attack.
Okay.
He hates lizards more.
Can I
than
not
more.
roll a?
So that's going to be 10 points of damage to you.
Okay.
As he comes up to you and just boom. So immediately doesn't trust you. You come out of the woods covered in a girl's blood, saying, "Hey, I'm going to come protect you," and he's not having any of it.
Fucking stupid lizard.
You got her head like on your belt.
Yeah, her head hanging from his belt, hair's tied to it.
Yeah. I come from distant land to help.
All right.
The bears are attacking.
Yeah.
Can I make a attack against him?
Yeah, it's your turn. Make an attack roll.
God damn it!
There are bears in these woods.
That's an 8.
They set their bridge on
does not
fire.
That blacksmith's going to make another attack at you right now.
He has 2 attacks.
Oh, well, it's his turn now.
Okay.
He went, then you went, then he went, and he misses you. As you make your strike, he kind of takes a step back and tries to swing at you again. The heavy hammer, he's not used to trying to attack someone with it, so he makes a swing at you. All right, so we're going to pause and go back to Atvar right now.
All right, where am I in relation to Craig?
Craig's right here with Jabba. They just threw a torch into the storage shed, and you're probably 45 feet away from them.
I'm gonna walk up to Craig, and I'm gonna walk kind of near Craig, and I'm gonna shoot his little goblin.
You
I'm
fucker!
gonna take a shot at that psychopath Jabba.
With your short bow?
Yes.
Okay.
Why would you attack Jabba? He did nothing. He's being a good boy
Oh
right
shit!
now.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Ha! Fucker.
So you take so you pull back from your bow, right, and you take this shot at Jabba, but you're conscious, your guilt, everything. You're like, oh, like you really want to kill this goblin, and as you fire it, you just barely like miss it, and it goes over the goblin's head because it moves at the last minute. And your angle, you kind of moved up here to the grain silos just to get that shot. And as you take a shot, a farmer with an axe comes around this corner to charge at Jabba and steps right into your arrow and just drops it. Fuck! Jabba looks back and like feels the arrow, looks at you, and then looks at the farmer and like a little bit of comprehension is like, oh, he just saved my life. And Jabba gives you like this thumbs up, like, ah,
Fuck you.
And so, as you guys have broken cover now, there's a lot of people fleeing towards this side of the city. Bandits are running out. People are running. A lot of them are running towards the mill. Mill workers have come out. You're able to see it. You're able to see it. Cameron can kind of see it, but you're engaged in combat. There are these mill workers that have come out with hand tools and axes, size, just like anything that they could pick up that could be an impromptu weapon. And they're just like kind of like ushering people to like come towards them. A man comes up here and opens up the corral gates and starts spooking the horses in there. And so the horses are just kind of running out throughout the city now. Caleb, what do you want to do?
So everybody's running towards the mill.
Yeah, right now. Or the guard post. So, but everyone's going towards the river is where everyone's moving.
All right, I'm going to go towards the mill and start slaughtering people.
Okay. So you're going to move around here. So as you move around here, you probably see 30, 40 people going inside of the mill, as well as a group of about 8 to 12 men just sitting out front, just like axes, hand axe, anything that they could have picked up to be a weapon. You can make it probably about here. As you look around, there's no one near you except like everyone's still out here, and there's a lot of people over here. So that's the end of your turn. Anything else you want to do?
I'll just wait there.
Okay, Cameron,
Mhm.
you're up. It is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to make another attack swing against the blacksmith.
Okay.
That's 15.
That hits.
Nice, finally. Oh, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. So you make a. So he just like swung at you and missed you. He's a little uneven, and then you're just able to come up and just drive this axe straight across his chest. You don't necessarily swing it, but you basically bring the blade up, slashing it across his chest, and grievously wounding him. He just kind of falls back, bleeding, and he's just kind of holding his intestines as he's trying to keep them from spilling out of his gut. And he's just kind of on the ground like, doesn't know what he's...
Yeah.
And so he can't make an attack back at you.
Okay.
Quick, arm the bear trap.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to, as I walk past, I'm going to make a backhand swing the flat of my axe blade and smack him in the back of the head.
With the blunt side?
Blunt side.
Okay. Make an attack roll. Advantage, just because he's... Yeah, you're good. Okay. Roll damage. Fuck it, you kill him. He's got 2 hit points left.
I kind of just wanted to cut off his hammer hand and just let him bleed out, but I didn't. I killed him.
Yes,
Use
you
the
just
clamp.
Oh, I'm going to use the bear trap when the bear trap needs to be used.
Okay, so Cameron, now that you've killed the blacksmith, where do you?
Kind of want to go where they're all gathering, but I don't want to miss anyone, so I'm going to investigate that house that I'm right next to.
This one?
No, this one right here. What's this?
That's the blacksmith's home.
Okay, I'm going to go inside and investigate that.
Okay, so you kick in the back door.
Before I go in, though, I'm going to use... Can I use my lay on hands on myself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How much do you want to heal?
I'm going to heal myself back to full hit points at 10.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So, as you kick in this door, you kick into it, kitchen. Inside of this kitchen, you see a young boy, probably 12 years old, holding a kitchen knife, right? And so he just kind of like starts like shimmering away. There's a large window in the back of this room, so he obviously just sees what you did to his father. And so he like comes up and he's like holding this kitchen knife at you, and he's just like holding this knife and like just kind of gesturing. Make a perception check.
14.
Insight. So
14.
okay. So his as you kind of like move through this room, you see that he's obviously guarding a portion of this room. Make a insight check. So now insight. So perception then insight. Sorry.
Watch Cam blame it on
13.
the bears.
Underneath his feet, you can see what is a trap door. So clearly, he's protecting people that are in a trap door.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to walk up to him, wary, and just say, shh, 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 shh. None of that now. And I'm going to grab his wrist. That's
persuasion check.
12.
Okay, so you're like, shh, 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 as you just kind of like come up empty-handed?
No, I have axe, but I'm not holding it threateningly.
Okay, so axe left hand, like one hand up.
And I'm reaching to grab his wrist.
As he's sitting there, he's makes a lunge at you with the +2. What's your armor class?
Oh,
Doing it the same as mine?
I'm at 16, yeah.
Yeah. So he takes it and he strikes it at you, but it catches in the mail, and it's a kitchen knife, and he's a 12-year-old boy. So, like, obviously your armor's just able to turn it without anything. Or are you natural armor?
No, I'm wearing,
Yeah. So turns the blade easily.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you're able to grab him.
Okay. I'm just going to yeet him out the window.
What does that mean?
I'm going to throw him
I
out the
have
window.
no idea what it means.
Okay. Make a strength check.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay. Make a... so that was an athletics check.
That was strength check.
Strength check. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So roll a D6 for that damage, and then add your strength modifier.
6.
And so as you throw him out the window, like he just gets cut up.
Oh.
And you throw him out the window. He takes 2 additional points of fall damage as he falls in this glass, and he just gets lacerated and cut up. And his limp body does not move.
Oh.
You should have killed him with his father's hammer. That's what you should have done.
I kind of
Come here,
wanted him
boy.
to have a chance for him to live while still showing that I have extreme prejudice. But all right, so can I do a quick investigation check around the kitchen for a bottle of alcohol?
Yeah. Make an attack or investigate.
Gonna Molotov
5.
cocktail it.
Yes, there's a clay jug that when you open it, you smell some form of alcohol.
Okay.
You're not necessarily sure what.
I'm going to
but-
grab some cloth and stuff it inside the jug to get it all saturated, and then light it on fire.
Okay. I'm going to say there's a candle that you see that's lit,
Okay.
and you so you use that to light the rag.
Okay, and does the rag catch?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to kick open, or I'm going to fling open the trap door
Okay.
and chuck the concoction down there.
Okay. So as you open the trap door, you see a woman holding.
God damn it! Why are you doing this to
This
me?
is really bad. You see a woman holding perhaps a 6-month-old
Oh
child,
God, so bad.
another 4-year-old girl,
Oh Jesus, don't
and probably something that might be like 8 or 9-year-old
Oh.
girl as well. All of them huddled, terrified at the bottom of this staircase. That you just throw this alcoholic chug down, as it probably catches on the second or third stair and just like explodes this alcohol all over them in this pottery jug, and just the rag immediately lights it, and you just hear the screaming begin.
All
as
right.
the trap door is open.
I'm
going to
close the trap door. I'm closing the trap door. Closing the trap door.
So you close the trap door.
Yes, and I exit the building.
You still hear the screams.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm kind of hoping that one of these trap doors we're gonna like flip it open and it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be like Vietnam, and they're gonna come out with like a fucking a gun with with a blade on the end. You're like, oh my god!
All right, so it's about 2:15 right now. Do you want to call it, and we can pick up where we left off?
Yeah,
Later?
Yeah.
So
Cameron's brutal slaughter is the
halfway
last
through
thing.
phase 3, we can leave it right here.
I wanted to give the boy a chance. I wanted to throw him out the window. Hopefully he lives.
Once you killed the boy, there was no going back.
I know.
Once you
You
killed the
should've-
girl, there was no going back.
That's
She
true.
was
Yeah.
a child,
She was 20.
like 18.
Okay, come
Should have
on.
ball peen hammered.
She didn't suffer. Okay.
Well,
Yeah, not like
she was
that.
Stabbed her
terrified.
multiple times.
I
Not
wanted
like
to
that.
stab her once in the
Probably
heart.
did.
Not like the family that you're melting. They
Oh
suffered.
man.
Yeah, at least I only sent somebody else to murder a guy.
Yeah, and I tried to kill that thing, but missed. And no
He
one
said
knows.
extreme prejudice, and I think that. So I can't metagame. Sorry.
That's indicative of. I mean, what's your character's alignment?
I don't think we had any.
I don't think we said, but I am a servant of chaos, so
Yeah.
there's that.
So, I mean, it's super
And
hard
you
to run
feel
a
bad.
chaotic campaign. It's
I
like,
personally feel bad. Me. Come on.
as a
Feel bad.
I felt bad killing all those innocents in armored core.
I know. I remember that. It's ridiculous. You
um,
didn't even see any of
They
them.
were probably the ones chanting "Neener, from the planet."
It's
Making
like
fun
you
of
destroy those giant, like the whatever they're called,
The giant ships where they all
yeah,
live
the
in,
giant ships, and it only tells you that there's like billions of people on there, and Camcan's like, ah, and he like reset the game because he felt bad.
Like, population control.
So you don't even see any of it. You just destroy the building.
yeah, and like, so just talking about alignments with Dungeons and Dragons, and I lost my dice bag. That's okay. Talking about alignments with Dungeons and Dragons, you know, it's basically like a club. Like, hey, like this is an evil club, and so talking about Cameron with this campaign, like we talked about running a chaotic evil campaign. So it's like you do some fucked up shit being chaotic evil because it's just like ultimately you're number one, and nothing else matters. So
I'm a paladin of conquest who serves Tiamat, so they can't defend themselves. They don't deserve it. So
They don't deserve to live.
yeah,
Pay
yeah.
the iron price.
Pay the iron price.
well, truth. So, yeah, it's gonna get probably a little hairy. Yeah, so there's more to come.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us for this wonderful episode of Nude Clan, Dungeons and Dragons episode. They're a lot of fun. I like doing these ones. It's a good little segment that we have every few
often.
months, and I'm excited to see what the epic finale is. See if I can land a shot on Craig's goblin.
You will not destroy my goblin.
Your character doesn't know anything's going on, so
Yeah, if anything, you think that he saved the goblin's life from that farmer. It's a pretty close call.
yeah.
But, I mean, a reckless shot, but nonetheless, that reckless shot saved your goblin's
You
life.
should have just had like
It
a boy
saved
come
his
around.
life.
Should
I would
have
have fucking turned on him like none other.
You should have had a boy come around the corner and take the arrow. How to really
Fucking
feel
ripped
bad.
your tongue out and
So
fed
there's
it
more-
to you.
More child slaughter, more women slaughter, because all the menfolk are pretty much dead.
That's
So-
true. Yeah, they were in the fields.
Damn it!
We already killed them.
God damn it,
So,
Larsen.
Yeah.
We killed.
This is an evil campaign, and we're doing some fucked up shit.
Yep.
Not yet, we're not.
Papa loves Mambo.
I've done some fucked up shit already.
Yeah, you're the only one. I've just killed their dads. That's it.
He used a goblin to kill a farmer, so...
Yeah, Craig hasn't done shit.
I murdered people.
You lost your javelin.
I did lose my javelin.
Sorry about that.
I know. It's all right, though.
All right, well, thanks, guys, for having me, and...
It's been great. Until next time,
Enjoy the nude.
may the list go on.
Live always in the nude.
No!